Hey y'all, welcome back to the Prosperity Portal. Um, this may, hopefully is not, but the audio may be a little, but I hope it's not though. um, this is, y'all hit me 2 times in one day. What? Remember when I used to be here every single day? That's crazy. Anyways, two things. First of all, you were right about something, or you were right about someone. Okay. Um, take it out replies. Something that you may have backtracked on, or something that you may have assumed was not true, is proven to be true. Okay. You're finding out that, damn, you're finding out that you thought that somebody was being dishonest and it's true. Okay. Um, I don't know what the hell that's all about. I'm hearing Sacagawea. What? What the? I was talking about on the last stream. I was talking about. By the way, let me briefly hold on. What is the date today? It is the 13th of April. Okay, 2026. Okay. Um, just in case for some reason, I'm dead. This is not happening. She's not supposed to be here. Um, yeah, earlier to this morning, I did a stream and I was talking about your vindication and how you don't have to do anything. You don't have to, you don't have to get payback. You're going to be like, and I just heard compensated, but I was going to say, you're going to be like, everything is going to be brought back into balance for you. You don't have to do anything. But there does feel like somebody or multiple people are like, somebody wants you to do something. They want you to react. They want you to respond. So you could have been a person in the past that would respond, or that would fight fire with fire, that would have to defend yourself a lot, but you don't have to do that now. They got you, okay? And there's also something really significant about a superpower that you have. Um, I mean, maybe it's not classified as that for you. Maybe you don't, say, "Hey, I have this superpower," but that's how I say it, okay? And it is a superpower because it feels like something about the way that you think or the way that you receive downloads. Okay. Um, a lot of people doubted you, and a lot of people expected you to fail. A lot of people assumed that you were not going to make it out of some dark place that you were in. But the light that you are illuminating right now is really just like, it's eclipsing all of that. Like, it doesn't matter. And I was picking up that energy in this morning stream too. Like, whatever is going on the outside of you, you're not focused on that. You don't care about that. You don't feel moved by that anymore. But that could be why you feel this sense of friction, or because it doesn't feel like it's friction that's actually impacting you. It just feels like friction, though. Like there's static somewhere where other people are trying to break into your energy field and they feel like they can't get access. Other people are trying to get a response out of you, get a reaction out of you, but like that's not penetrating you in any way. But it's still causing some type of interference in a way because it's just so it's showing up in subtle ways, but it's also not stopping nothing. Okay, that's what I hear. So, um, there is something in regards to identity. So your identity could have been taken by somebody. Somebody could have been posing as you. Okay, because something very significant with like the way that you speak or the things that you speak, and someone else kind of like trying to pass off that as them. Okay, and that's becoming like that is being revealed right now. There could also be something with the aspect of delays. This is significant to what I was channeling this morning. Those delays could be directly tied to actions that other people took against you that made it kind of impossible. It's like they like I kind of think I spoke on this earlier, like blackballing you, trying to blackball you, trying to get you blacklisted or something of that nature to where like if you for instance have a business, you won't get clients. Your current clients will turn away from you, you know, and be like, oh my gosh, I gotta, you know, disassociate from this person. um so yeah, it does feel like delays, and because of what people have done, even though right now currently you're not being impacted in any way because you may be aware of it energetically again, but it also feels like even if you're aware of it, you're not allowing that awareness to trickle into, you know, well, let me now be concerned, let me now be worried, let me now be distracted. your your focus is not shifting in any way. You're still focused on whatever your mission, whatever your intentions, whatever your goals are. Okay, so the thing is though, it's like there's, you know, and I literally see this card, and now this is a card that I made the from one of my decks, but it's the card where it's talking about, you know, there's a lot of stuff that you don't know. There's a lot that you are not aware of. And this is kind of what this feels like when it comes to the vindication that's happening in on your behalf. It's like you are not aware of certain things. So it's like some of the delays don't fully make sense or they're not fully adding up, but they do add up. Trust me. It's like spirit has to go and fix whatever somebody else fractured by way of you know, their conniving fuckery, basically. You do also have a situation now. This feels like uh listen, I won't say that. I'm just gonna say a situation from your past is significant to something that held you back or held you up in a sense some time ago. Okay, not now, some time ago, and it prevented you from receiving something, or it prevented you from being able to make a decision about something that's swooping back around to you. But it's not just swooping back around to you. See, here's the thing: you're being vindicated, but at the same time it's like you're aware of the vindication because certain people that targeted you, it's like they're being you're seeing their downfall, you're seeing their demise, you're seeing all the ways that karma is tearing that ass up. But it's like you're not, you don't, it doesn't feel like a, like you're not listen, you're not celebrating, you know, like, oh yes, you know, like you really feel very detached from everything that is unfolding right now in the name of vindication. Okay. And when I say that, it's not that you're just like, oh, I don't give a shit that, my name is being cleared, but like you're not emotionally connected to it anymore. Those The trauma that you felt, the terror that you felt, for some of you, the disappointment, the resentment, and all the rejection that you experience. It's like you're detached from those things. Those feelings don't have space within you anymore. They don't take up space within you anymore. So whatever people are experiencing because of what they did, there's also no emotional connection to that, right? It's not like you're like, oh, woo, like, and who is gonna celebrate somebody else's demise, whether they deserve it or not? If you're a good person, just being fucking for real, if you're a good person, you don't get happy at seeing somebody else's demise, even if you know they're a fucked up individual, right? That's just how it works, like if your heart is pure, if you're enjoying your life, you're not gonna somebody else not enjoying their life, somebody else experiencing a downfall, that is not going to do anything for you because you are completely at peace in your life. And that's the problem. For whoever these people are that I'm picking up on, it's like you came into these people's lives, and the fact that you, in a sense, were at peace brought them disturbance. Like you bothered the fuck out of people by being so at peace with things that they weren't at peace with. It's like people looked at you and resented you for being so cavalier about pieces of your life or pieces of who you are, and in their mind they're like, no, you should be ashamed of that. You should feel you know like you want to shrink yourself. You should feel it's like you didn't represent what people who were in your life represented, when it comes to certain aspects. Like, you made people feel almost as if you were perfect, even though you weren't perfect. Like, nothing about you screams perfect, but it's like your defiance to the norm, right? It's like your defiance and your refusal to be what they say you need to be, or to feel how they say you need to feel. It's like people resented you for reaching a particular place that they hadn't reached yet. And it's all mental. It's all mental. There's also something with close friends, See, I feel like I'm about to tell you some tea that I don't know. This is because my heart is starting to beat fast. That's how I know this shit is about to get serious. Because it's something that I'm about to reveal to you. It's like you knew it. I knew that. I hear you saying it literally. I knew it. Um, damn. What the fuck? Okay, I'm gonna just say it. Okay, because I won't beat around the bush. I promise. People that you call your close ones, people that you kept close to you, certain individuals, you felt a strain, or you felt a I can't really articulate the feeling that I feel, but it just feels like you knew something was off. Okay, um, you were right, but the thing is it's like, this is how I'm hearing it. It's like there can only be one queen. Okay, there can only be one king. It's like you may have been connected, you know your friends may have been like mutual main characters, right? But in their mind, it can only be one main character, so you can't be it because you don't meet the qualifications. Okay, in their mind, you didn't meet the qualifications. Like, and there's two individuals that I'm getting very distinctly. these two individuals that you knew felt kind of like superior to you. They really looked at you as if like you didn't, like you weren't good enough. You know, you didn't meet the qualifications. You didn't look the part. You didn't dress the part. Whatever, something about that. Okay, these people are like, they see you. Trust me, they see you. And I don't know if this is because you're on social media, or if because you have connection somehow, or if they just see you in the spirit realm. But whatever the case may be, people are getting a wake up call. I'm hearing like they're getting a confirmation that you are exactly who they feared that you were, but like you're more than that though. Like you're beyond what they thought that you were. And it's like what they always feared is what's actually happening now. And I feel like that's probably why you're so, like, I don't want to be like even like unbothered, because it's like it's not even like an unbothered, it's just like it's almost as if this shit didn't even happen, but it did, you know. But again, you just feel very disconnected from it. Um, you're becoming bigger than what they are. And they feared that. They always feared that. Like, but they also thought that you wouldn't get to that point. Like they just knew. And for some people, it could be because of magic. It could because people were really, really behind the scenes doing shit, saying shit, okay, orchestrating shit, paying for shit, okay, to stop you, to block you, to continue to make you feel smaller than, to make you feel less than, to make you feel like you weren't worthy, to make you feel like you didn't deserve something, to make you feel like, you know what, I'll just take what I can get. I'll just be the martyr. No. Immediately, no. 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 That was never your role. You were never meant to be the martyr. You were never meant to just survive. You were never meant to just suffer and get through it and then die, because that defeats the whole fucking purpose of the human experience. What are we going to have a human experience for if we're just here to come up in here in these skin suits and role play whatever they tell us to do and work 9 to 5s for the rest of our fucking life and then die unhappy? Unfulfilled in any way, because we didn't follow our dreams, we didn't follow our heart, we didn't go and be curious about life and explore and discover things. That don't make sense. That defeats the purpose of having this experience. Like, shouldn't we just continue being spirits? And for those that don't recognize that you are a spirit having a human experience, think about the fact that the human experience is only temporary. Life, death, life, death. If it's a life and death situation, that means that this is only temporary, but you are the permanence. You understand? You are the thing that is everlasting, okay? Energy cannot be destroyed. You will not leave this life, for whoever this is that I'm talking to, that I'm picking up on. You will not leave this life unfulfilled. You will not leave this life unsatisfied, because for a very long time you put everybody else before you. You put everybody else's desires, wishes, expectations above your own. And now, because of what they did to you, because of the fact that they targeted you, they almost, in a way, did a reverse Uno and didn't even realize it. They forced you to have to see what they saw. Because why would someone go to such lengths to target you, to tarnish you, if you weren't bigger than what you were showing up as? See, the problem is a lot of motherfuckers that was connected to you in the past thought that they were bigger than the program. And then they found out quickly, hold on, you're the one that wrote the program. Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. Now, whoever I'm talking to, you're, listen, if I was to talk to you in your spirit form, if we were talking in spirit form, it wouldn't be like this. We would have to listen. You and I would have to just be speaking telepathically, because I don't even need to listen. This is exactly why I've been speaking to cats, dogs, bugs, okay? Everything lately. I've just been telepathically communicating with animals lately, because I feel like They get it. They see me. Because if they don't see me, they wouldn't be running up on me the way that they have been. Bunny rabbits, okay, fucking birds, everything. Like they all just be gathering around when I come outside, like they was waiting on me, and I'd be like, hey, um, there's a person in particular. This is what I was channeling earlier too. I was telling you how some people want to come back and they want to vindicate themselves, right? They want uh you to forgive them, right? And I don't think that you have not forgiven anyone. I feel like the energy that I'm getting from you is not only have you forgiven these individuals, but you've completely moved on. Like you forgive and forget. You're like it's like something really fucked you up to the point where it's like you had no choice but to forgive and forget because you refuse to hold on to that type of darkness. You refuse to let that type of darkness tarnish you, taint you, right? Because ultimately I feel like it wasn't even the weight of what people did. Like the things that people did, honestly, that shit was listen, frivolous, okay? But like it I think what bared the most weight was the people who did it, the people who conspired against you, and the fact that you would have never, like you would have never, ever. It feels like such like an ultimate betrayal, and it's like numerous betrayals though. And I feel that that's what really kind of like blew your fucking mind. You're like, what the hell? How? Like what? What? Like there was a point where you didn't even believe there was a loyal soul on this planet, and I feel you on that. Here's the beauty of it all, though. These people have made you see yourself, step into your power, okay? Reclaim all of the power that you gave out so selflessly, right? And it's like when you got all of this back and you became all of what you always were, right? Because that was really by choice that you weren't being who you were. Let's think about it here. I'm gonna use myself as an example. I cannot blame anyone else for the choices that I made, even when I couldn't see who I fully was, because it was up to me to be able to see that. It was up to me to listen to my intuition when it was telling me about certain people, about certain scenarios, right? And because I disobeyed my highest self, because I ignored the warning signs and I chose to go certain routes, I experienced certain things. And that's not to say, oh, it's all my fault. But what it's to say is we have became who we were supposed to be all along because we have finally chosen to choose us, not no one else. We have not put anyone else above ourselves. We have not put anyone else's needs, wishes, desires over our own. And people's minds are blown because they're like, wait, this is not the person that I knew. This is not who I thought that you were going to end up being. You know, people never thought that you were going to fully become. And that it makes them sick that they have to witness you becoming all that they hoped that you wanted. They banked on it. And you know, some people banked on it because there were really, listen, we just gonna call them practitioners, okay? Certain types of practitioners, unethical practitioners, who had convinced these motherfuckers that you were going to take the other path, the path where they were victorious and you were just the martyr. And they believe that. They're like, yes, yes. Man, crazy how you could plan your whole life on somebody else's demise, on somebody else not being who they are, and then you be mad and feeling some type of way towards the individual who became who they always were instead of the motherfucker who lied to you and told you that they weren't gonna. Because how are you gonna listen to somebody else? Listen, even me, I can tell you X, Y, and Z. I see X, Y, and Z in the future. But also, I, as a practitioner, as a seer, understand that this is not permanence. You can choose whatever the hell you want to choose. Free will is always at play. So while I may see a particular route for you because of the energy and the actions that you've taken up until this point, I can't predict what you're actually gonna do later. Now, some things I gotta say, I feel some things. So when it comes to my dreams, I do believe that that's prophecy. If I see that shit, if okay, foresight, okay, dreams, premonitions, that's totally different than I'm getting a download or I'm reading your energy for what it is right now. Okay. If you ask me, for instance, as a client, right, what do what's standing in my way? This is the path that I want to take, blah, 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 blah. I will tell you based off of where you are currently, right? And the decisions and choices and actions that you've taken up until this point. But again, free will is always at play. So I cannot promise you anything at all, nor should you ever expect anybody, any oracle, to promise you something. And if they have, they're a fucking scam. Okay, they're a fraud. Okay. Now, for some of y'all, and this could be just two, three, whatever, you actually have the gift of sight too. You have the power to see too. And people targeted you specifically because of your gift of sight, because of the things that you could see, and because they were afraid that you could see certain things about them that made them uncomfortable. Like people got very uncomfortable about your ability to read them. And the thing is, I have to wonder to myself, well, why would people be uncomfortable about being able to be seen by another individual if they didn't have bad intentions? If your intentions are pure, why would you care that somebody can see you? Because you should never be thinking, like for me, I'm going to just use myself. I would never think to myself, if I'm in contact with another person who has a gift of sight, oh my gosh, I don't want them to see me. They're going to do this and that. Like, what can someone do to me? If you have something that you're ashamed of, that you want to keep hidden, that you're fearing that, oh, this person can see this and this and this, like I mean shit, even then, like that's not a reason to target somebody, because if anything, it's like even more reason why you should embrace whatever it is that you're afraid that they're going to try to use against you, and get ahead of it so that they can't use that shit against you. But like the way that you maintain your power is to ensure that you are always in control of you. Don't never let nobody else have the upper hand of you. Okay? Like a lot of listen. People just they were scared of you. That's the bottom line. Now, the position that you're playing now, the role that you're playing now, the advantages that you have now, some of them are all because some individuals who also targeted you, but who also were chosen, who also were anointed. Some of these motherfuckers were demoted because they went too far. It's like, what is wrong with you? Why would you go that far? Some people went like, man, listen, it's no coming back from it. It's no coming back from it. And a lot of people, the lies that they told on you, the slander, the gossip, all of the things that they did with this smear campaign, it's like it was just projection. It was just projection. It had nothing to do with who you actually were or how you showed up in their life, who you were to these people. Because for some of these people, like I said, these people were like your ride or dies as far as you knew. No. Sorry to disappoint you. But yeah, I just know what you're getting blessed with right now. And it does feel very much like subtle upgrades. Like, okay, here's this, now here's this, now here's this. And you feel yourself ascending. It's like the way that you're tapped in right now is all because of how you handled the situation. and how you handled this shit with style and grace, okay? Like, you could have been a dirty ass person just like these motherfuckers. But instead, you took the high road. And so, because of that, it's like you've proven that you could be trusted with more. You've proven that you can maintain integrity even when everybody around you is losing their fucking mind. You have proven that you could be trusted. And they've proven that they should have never been trusted. They've proven that they got more work to do. Okay. And again, some of them, child, they're gonna come back around to you because they need to feel that it's like this sense of warmth that you bring. You brought them a sense of, it just feels like acceptance. It feels like this pure love, like just warm. They need to feel that again, even if they don't have access again, because that is the protection from the karma that they're experiencing. So if they can at least get back in your good graces enough to say, like, okay, you forgive me, boom, 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 let's have a conversation, then that'll be good enough for them, even though ultimately what they really want is full access again, which would be insane. Like, is you cool? Hello? But people want your forgiveness. And I feel like you've already done what you were supposed to do. You forgave and you moved on. You don't need to confirm to them, yes, I forgive you. Again, like I said in the previous message this morning, ignore them. That's what I would do. But you do what you want to do, okay? You do what you want to do. You do what you feel compelled to do. But I'm just telling you what I know. For me personally, somebody want a confirmation that I'm forgiving them. No, that's opening up the energetic doors again. Those are closed. Okay, they're sealed shut. The fuck. So for me, I feel like the best advice that I would give you based off of the energy that I'm feeling right now, because again, you feel it feels like you're just skating through life. Okay, like you cooling right now, as you should be. The advice that I give you is, when these people come back around, just remember, keep taking the high road. Like, some people have the fucking audacity, and I'm talking about people like these people that are coming up right now. Their energy feels thick and murky. Like, ew, how dare you? The audacity. But like, also take what you know and still take the high road. You know what I'm saying? Like, receive it for what it is. Like, okay, you know what? Because anybody can do better. They might have done you so dirty. They may have been the grimiest motherfuckers. But like, I feel like anybody can do better. They can choose better. But that don't mean that they ever should have access to you again. Hello? Hello. So yeah. Now, there's something in regards to, okay, I don't know why, because that don't make sense. It's like, it's okay. Well, I guess that could make sense. Your grandma, but it's a grandma spirit. Like, okay, I'm not sure if they're trying to translate that as like, well, someone that's not alive, like your grandmother is not alive, or like someone who was alive who was not your grandma but had that spirit. Okay, but that's how I'm getting it. Yeah, I'm getting it like that, like I just said, the latter. So someone who's not your grandma. Oh. Okay. That's funny. That's funny. This person, whoever this woman is, okay, this woman could have had very masculine energy. Whoever this woman is, she's like real. I picked, that's who I was picking up earlier, I think, because I was saying somebody was very overprotective of you, and I was talking about a Leo. Doesn't have to be though. It doesn't matter about the sign. It just, I saw an actual lion in my vision, in my mind's eye. So I'm like, okay, a lion, and it was standing on top of a big ass rock, like a cliff. And I'm like, damn, that look like the Lion King. Okay, what the hell? But this individual that was here at one time, who seemed almost, it seems like that was the energy when she was alive as well, very protective. um could be a Capricorn because I got Capricorn here, but anyway, that doesn't matter. These cards have nothing to do with what I'm talking about right now, to be honest. But they could. They could, because yeah, I'm getting these for something else. But anywho, this person, they were very protective when they were alive. They are overly protective now because they can see what you can't see, and you have good foresight. You do, but the thing is that's who brings you the additional information. That's who brings you the additional downloads because they want to make sure that you're 50 steps ahead of these motherfuckers. Okay, because for somebody, and this could be for one person, no matter whoever it's for, you're always gonna have a target on your back, babe. Like, no matter what you do, you're always going to have a target on your back because of what your purpose is in this lifetime. The magnitude of your presence that's just what it comes with. It comes with a target. It comes with surveillance. It comes with curiosity. People always in your business. People always want to just get a little whiff of your aura. People just wanting access to you. It feels very obsessive. But like that's just what it is. Now, it took me a long time to accept that, certain things about my life were just gonna be that. Cause I'm like, you're getting on my fucking nerves. Hello? But I got to the point where I realized as well and accepted and embraced the fact that like that's just how it's gonna be. That's just the way it is. Things will never be the same. Mm. 12th house. Um you live, you die. You live and you learn. You live, you learn, you die. You live, you learn, you die. Maybe somebody used to say that to you. This grandmother spirit, verbal energy here now. Anyway, this grandmother is like a okay, I don't know why she wants to be called a crossover loved one. She doesn't want to be called a grandmother. Okay, my bad. Excuse me. Okay, this crossover loved one. Um, she has some type of she has some type of hierarchy or some type of ranking spiritually that enables her to connect with you in the 3D realm in certain ways. Like she could put a feather somewhere, for instance. And I'm not saying that others don't have this capacity. I'm just speaking specifically about this individual because their presence is very heavy in your life, and their presence has always been very heavy in your life since this shit was happening. They're saying so. She's always been a guardian. Okay, that's what she is. She's a guardian. Now, um, damn, what is this? The thing is I've been talking about friends and like platonic connections, maybe even romantic. Okay, because listen, lovers is psychotic too, right? But like now they're like I'm being shown, and this is coming from your crossover love one, the grandmother spirit. She's talking about a cousin specifically, like a cousin that you don't think about or that you don't pay attention to or that you've forgotten about. It's like somebody that you wouldn't think is part of the people who were targeting you. You're about to you're about to find this out. Damn, that's crazy because now I'm hearing sisters, brothers, sisters, brothers. Okay, all right, listen. However it applies, I feel like whatever the case may be, at the end of the day, we're gonna go back to what I already previously downloaded, which is you're good, you're prospering, you're in a beautiful place, you're at peace. Okay. Whatever information is revealed over these next several weeks, months for some of you you good. And it doesn't make or break you at the end of the day. Will it be shocking? Maybe. Devastating? I don't think so. I don't think you're going to be devastated. I don't feel you having any type of reaction at all to the information that you receive, but I definitely do hear that there's still snakes in the grass that haven't been uncovered, or people that you just haven't that you're just unaware of. You know, you're not aware of certain individuals, but you will be made aware of these individuals, but not for the purpose of you doing anything, just for the purpose of you knowing and then moving on. Okay, So this really has a lot to do with just like who to trust and who not to trust, basically. Because I feel like even like on an intuitive level, you may get like some type of nudge and says like, "Hey, don't do this with this person," or you know. But then it's like you could also dismiss it because you're like, "Oh, but this is my homie, this is my cousin," you know, whatever. No, because this could be a situation where it's like this cousin that you haven't thought about, you know, for quite some time. All of a sudden, they just pop up out of nowhere, you know. You see them on social media one day. You at the supermarket. They in the supermarket. They at the hair salon. They wherever. You know, like something in terms of this person coming into contact with you though, and you not having the full scoop about what they did behind the scenes and what they still actively would be down to do. Because for some people, even though they're experiencing karma, they are still in their minds. They're like, some of these motherfuckers need help. They need a straight jacket, okay? Because they're it's like to the point where they're like, I don't care what happens to me. I'm always gonna target you. Whoa, okay. Yikes. All right. Mental health is it should be the number one priority because it is at an all-time low these days. Anyway, I think that's it. You know, you're doing a damn good job of really just like not looking like what you've been through. You know, you're doing a damn good job of rising above and just continuously taking the high road because I genuinely believe that you feel excellent when you are operating as your highest self and you feel terrible when you're not. So, you know, in order for you to stoop to these people's level, it will really require you to like not be you anymore. You can't stoop to these people's level. You wouldn't have any reason to stoop to these people's level because there's nothing fulfilling about it. You know, you wouldn't get anything out of trying to retaliate or do to them what they did to you. No. Let karma tear that ass up and you keep it pushing, like I said. So yeah, something very significant about the unconscious mind, though. Hold on, let me just see really fast before I leave y'all. You know, I gotta let me get out the red deck real quick. Something significant about the unconscious mind. I keep on hearing it's what you don't see coming. So it really could have everything to do with people who are coming towards you right now, like I said, and the unconscious mind. What you're thinking subconsciously, or what maybe this is their unconscious mind. Okay, let's see. I just heard I am the goat. And I do have Capricorn here. So something significant could have happened between December 22nd and January 19th. 2024, 2025. Acupuncture, amputee, what? Acupuncture and amputee are crazy. Why? Those, why? What? What? The moon card at the bottom, the unconscious mind. And then the 10 of wands at the top of the deck. It's about something that has already happened. Yeah, this just feels like it just goes back to what I said. Things being revealed that may be shocking, but definitely won't be devastating. Okay, and I feel like listen, it's a beautiful thing to move out of that space of like, you know, I care so much and I'm so hurt and like I don't know, I'm an Aquarius sun, so like for me, I don't like caring in that way. You know what I mean? Like, and what I mean is like I would rather love than be anything else than that. You understand? Than being any energy other than that. And if I am in any energy other than that, I'm trying to resolve it as quick as possible so I can get in the energy that I like to be in, which is just loving, and that don't mean loving those people who don't deserve it. That just means, loving in general, right? And whoever is in alignment to receive it, then they share. Look, damn, what the fuck? Okay, wait. This might be getting a little. This I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I can continue with these cards. This is why I be leaving the cards to I let them be by themselves for a little while because just bare naked channeling helps sometimes to not distract me, okay, with pictures and interpretations and all of that, because that's what the cards are, and that's the cool thing that I love about the cards. But also at the same time, like, all the stories that are being told in the cards can become a distraction for me, because then I start to thinking, like, does this have to do, oh my god. But the Knight of Cups here. Oh my gosh! Like, I don't even know what to say, honestly, because I'm kind of like shook right now. I am gonna hold you. I'm low key. I'm low key like shook. And then the Empress card. What the fuck? Okay, I gotta go. I gotta go. No, I can't say nothing else. What the hell? All right, y'all. You good? You great? Continue to rise above. Like I said, whatever revelations come, hey, don't sweat the small stuff. Don't sweat the small stuff. Keep it pushing. Keep doing what you're doing. Because I think that you're doing a damn good job. I think that it takes a very resilient person, okay, to overcome the things that you've overcame. And I really think that, whether you know it or not, certain things were allowed to happen, okay, in order to put you in the position that you're in right now. As fucked up as that may sound, some people were allowed to betray you, were allowed to do all the things that they did to target you, but it was all a catalyst for your greatest era yet. Okay? So, that's it on that. I'm out. I'll see you when I look at you next. Ciao.